Good morning, folks. I'm in here doing a flooring job in my oldest daughter's room. I got another hour or two and then move on to my oldest boy's room. But anyway, I wanted to take a minute and say thank you to all the new subscribers and welcome. The last couple recent videos, I was actually expecting to lose subscribers, not gain, but so that's really cool. Thank you everyone who's been commenting. I've really been trying to get to your comments, and if I haven't, I'm sorry. But I wanted to make this video this morning and touch on, kind of expand, I guess, on my last video and where I was talking about standing up for your beliefs and say that, you know, just because I have a firm view on something doesn't mean that I'm not willing to listen to somebody who has an opposing opinion. You know, if you've got an opposing opinion, by all means, come share it with me and we can discuss it, and we might not end up agreeing, or you might show me something that, you know, I didn't see. And I think that that's very important for us to do as human beings, is to be able to talk with others who have a different view than what we do. And that, to me, is how we grow as humans. You know, if we just surround ourselves with like-minded people, we never go anywhere. We just stagnate, and everybody's always, it's a circle of everybody's building everybody up, but nobody's actually doing anything new or growing at all. And so I just wanted to say, you know, while I stand firm in my views on, you know, there's like 4 things that I will never change my view on, or that I will never back down from. That's my family, that's God, that's this country, and that's my view on hypocrisy. And people who present themselves as the be-all, end-all of whatever it is they're doing. You know, I'm not the best at what I do. I'm good for my area, but there's still so much that I don't know, and I'm fully aware of that, and I try to not put myself out there as knowing everything. You know, I know what works for me where I'm at, but there is so many different types of cutting all over the place. So for me to say that this guy does this wrong when I've never been there and never done that, I think is wrong. I have no room to talk to that because I've never done it. I know what works for me in my area, and I think that I am good in my area. Are there guys that are better than me around here? Yeah, sure. You know, there's guys that have been doing this stuff for 30, 40 years that are in their 60s now, and, you know, they have different ways of doing things than I do. And so, but you'll see, especially in the saw community, it seems like, whether it's fallers or arborists or saw builders, whatever it may be, everybody seems to think that their way is the best way and there's no other way of doing it. And if you go onto their page and say anything against that, they'll block you. And I think that that's very chicken shit to do when you're putting yourself out there for the world to see. You should be willing to discuss your position with other people who disagree with you and try and actually listen to what they're saying and try and see things from their point of view. It's a hard thing to do, but if you can, you might just see something that you missed or you're not seeing. And somebody might be able to help you out and make your life a little bit easier if you just take the time to listen. And so, you know, like I said, you'll never see me block anybody on here. If you've got a problem or have a different way of doing it, by all means, come share it with me and we can discuss it. and we might not end up agreeing, but that's okay. At least we had the discussion and we took the time to listen to each other in a peaceful way, you know. And just because I said, you know, stand up for your beliefs, I'm not saying go out and attack everybody who disagrees with you. You know, it's fine to voice your opinion as long as you're doing it in a way where, you know, you're still open to listen to what the other side has to say. And so I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. You know, there's nobody in this world who knows everything. And so there's always somebody who is going to be better than you and somebody who's going to know something different than you. You know, to think that you're the very best at what you do limits your ability, in my opinion, to grow as a human. There's always somebody who's going to have a different way of doing things that you may benefit from if you just listen. And I have such a bad taste in my mouth for people who think that they're the be all end all and are hypocritical, you know, have one set of rules for people and a different set for themselves, because I grew up around that. That's exactly how my old man was my entire life, and that's why we don't have a relationship anymore. He's still alive, but we haven't talked in over 4 years, and it's because I finally got fed up with the hypocritical bullshit and him just constantly thinking that his way is the only way. And he's that way with everybody. It's not just towards me because I'm his oldest son, no, and stepson to boot, but he's that way with everybody. And I just have zero tolerance for people like that. So anyway, that's kind of my little rant for this morning, and I'm going to get back to doing this flooring job. But I just wanted to expand on that a little bit more, because there's people who have, you know, made comments that bring that to my attention, and I greatly appreciate that stuff. You know, there's things that I sometimes don't explain very well, and your comments will help me to see that, okay, I need to maybe explain this a little bit better, and that's what this video is this morning. And, you know, eventually we're going to probably get away from this sort of stuff, but I figure, you know, if I'm going to make this channel feel real, then I need to, you know, let you guys know my beliefs and where I stand on certain things. And that way, you know, it's, you guys know who I am. And I speak this stuff from the heart, you know. I don't edit my videos. It's raw, one cut, this is how it is. And, you know, sometimes I miss certain little things, or I don't explain certain things real well because it's not edited. This is from the heart, and this is how I feel about it, you know. And I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of who I am and what I stand for, and and invite people who disagree with me to come on here and have a discussion. I am fully open for that. And, you know, if you're somebody producing content out there, I encourage you to do the same thing and not get all pissed off just because somebody has a different view than you. You know, there's a lot to learn from other people. You know, my experiences in life of what has taught me the most has been, number one, doing something and failing at it till I get it right. And number two is taking the time to listen to other people and change my perspective on things and try and see things through someone else's eyes. And so anyway, that's my little rant. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.